I'm running because there's a need in the community and the city for a change where leadership is concerned. We have a lot of problems in this city, and I've kind of been on the forefront of most of those problems, dealing with crime, the lack of opportunities where African American black males are concerned, the incarceration rate in this city, statewide, and I've just been an activist throughout the city dealing with issues that are pertinent to the people of Shreveport. And what makes me best qualified is I have compassion and love in my heart for the people of Shreveport. And that's why I'm running, because I think it's time for a change, and people need someone that cares about them, and once they're elected, they won't forget who sent them there. I think that the top three issues to me would be our crumbling soil and water treatment, and also the roads. They're in bad shape. And I think I would work, I know I would work with other legislators to work to bring necessary funding to Shreveport to complete the task that the city has already started. By working with other legislators who have already started this ball to rolling, I would just more or less get in there and just continue the progress that they've already started. But my focus would be the completion of the project. I think they need to look at investing more where I know Medicare, education, and I think they need to work, the state itself should work toward reducing, not so much as reducing, but to work toward reforming the criminal justice system. I mean, there are things that we can do where the criminal justice system is concerned that we're just not doing it. They have these programs, they say, in place, but the people that are being released from prison are not getting the help that they need. And I think that's a big must, that they must do something to help these people once they're released from being incarcerated, to help them get back on their feet. Education, I mean, they need to spend more on education, and they need to spend a great deal more to get industry to come into this area. And if I can expound a second more, when I say education, I mean training our people, spend more money getting our people trained, not so much as college tuition, but we got a lot of people that are not going to go to college, but they should be afforded the opportunity to get the technical necessary training that they need to make them viable and employable in this city. A constitutional convention. I think if we keep things there, we need some amendments where our national, our U.S. Constitution is concerned. But I mean, there should be changes across the board, because I mean, what was done back then, I mean, some things do need to be changed because time is moving on, and we need to change make some amendments where our Constitution is concerned to be inclusive, to be more inclusive with all people. think the state has to do better when it comes to early childhood development, and I think, and we put a lot of burden on the state, but I think some things should be mandatory with parental involvement in these programs. I think parents need to play a role in getting their children prepared for what we have to offer in the state, because I know we have a lot of problems with truancy, and that's parents not being involved in their children's life. So I think in order for a child to progress, I think he needs community involvement, parental involvement, and we need the educational system to work based on the needs of those kids. Socioeconomic conditions, play a role in how people are perceived in the educational system. So I think we got young people that don't have a whole lot, but they shouldn't be left out of the fray. So I'm saying we should, most importantly, make it accessible for parents that are working parents to have an opportunity to work with the educational system and their children to get them better prepared. I think K through 12, I think we're in a information age now, a computer age, should I say, and things are so readily available. I think more emphasis should be put on computer literacy, and again, it goes back to the community involvement, because we got a lot of, if we had like incubators or sites in the community where kids could become more hands-on with computers and things of that nature, I think it would help us a lot. And we have to better train our people too, because I just look at our current situation. We got a lot of people say they want to work, but they don't bring anything to the table. You don't have any training. So we have got to do a better job at training our people and training them for the jobs that are coming, the trends that are coming. We have got to be more proactive in preparing them for the future, to take on whatever opportunity that the future brings. And I don't see us doing that right now. We got a lot of people that don't even know how to use a computer, and we're in a computer age, and it's just, it doesn't make any sense that people are high school graduates and can't use a computer. Well, I know that a lot of people are talking about the investment of Social Security, making it an investment program with our Social Security, but I think the state needs to, our state, Louisiana, needs to figure out a way to lower some of the cost, I guess, where insurance is concerned for our seniors, because we have a lot of seniors with medical problems, and that takes a lot of their money. So I think we need to look for ways to create lower medical costs, and we need to raise, I think the pension plan should be raised based on the cost of living, and what I see is a lot of people living in poverty that's receiving pension money. They're living below the poverty level, and I think the state needs to look at ways that we can increase that monthly income, but also not to break the bank of the state. So I think I hate to say taxes, more taxes, but there's revenue available. Maybe we need to cut back on some of the things that we're doing to help our seniors. We have got to better educate our people. We've got to better educate our people to be more prepared for the future. And the next thing I see is, since our incarceration rate is so high, we need to work on something while we got people incarcerated, preparing them when we release them to society with some kind of training, rather than, as most guys say, 3 cots and a meal. We need to look at ways to prepare those people to return to society, not just return to society, but return to society with some skills or something to make them viable in the community. I mean, we've touched base on education, economics, and the wellness of the state as a whole, so pretty much covers it for me.
Okay.